Hey, this is going to be a new series. This one's going to be an Asin Teardown on the brand Voyaj, which they sell a hanging travel organizer. So this is just going to be an introduction video of some of the things we're going to cover. So we're going to look at, do some market research. We'll utilize AI and some of the data points we're going to feed into there. We're going to jump into some keyword research. We're going to look at their search terms, the root words, and get right down into search engine optimization. We're going to take a look at the main image, what it looks like on the search engine side. We're going to take a look at the competitors. Same thing on the secondary image side. So our focus here is conversion rate. We'll dive into the bullet point side on a conversion focused approach. Then followed into 8+ content, and then a rank analysis at the root level, taking a look at what are they ranking for, why are they ranking, and so on. All right, welcome back, where we're going to dive into the AI market research for the hanging suitcase organizer. So there's 3 parts I like to look at. I like to look at industry, customers, and product. All main goal here is really to try to understand the product, the angles, the customer avatars, some of the trigger keywords that what needs to be said in the copy, the creatives, in order for them to buy. We'll also be looking for all the things we have to say in order to convert and convert these customers. Okay, so we're gonna dive into the industry here. So current state of industry. Market overview, overall market size, estimate 30 billion. So it makes sense. Travel is a big one. Key segments. So we got luggage and bags, packing organizers. So we fall probably into this packing organizer section. Packing cubes, suitcase organizers. So these are different categories, but that will probably fall into that. Key players: Samsonite, Travelon, eBags. So we'll take a look to see if we compete with any of these guys on Amazon. If not, then they're not really our main competitors, but this would be on the D2C side. Samsonite leading the way in terms of market share. That's fine. So technological advancements. So I like to take a look at this to see what kind of angles people are showing in their products. So we got smart fabric, so moisture wicking materials, lightweight, durable. Okay, so that could be something that someone's interested in and looking at that. RFID, so that's really important when it comes to travel, because security and preventing theft is huge. 3D printing, customization options for organizers, allowing them. Okay, so this is well beyond. Generally with this niche, I haven't seen something like this, but we'll keep an eye on it and see what's there. And sustainability trends, so growing demand for eco-friendly materials. So that could be something, depending on our avatar. This may be relevant, but we'll take a look at later in another lesson to see if that's how important this actually is. So we have regulatory environment, we got safety regulations, so TSA. So things have to be compliant with TSA standards and regulations. So that would maybe a trigger word that needs to be said. Eco-friendly policies and import regulations. Okay, so nothing too crazy from here that I didn't know already. So we'll move on. So consumer behaviors. Age group primarily targeted at millennials and Gen Z who travel frequently. So thinking about this demographic, I'm thinking about creatives and making sure that the creatives that I show are targeted to the millennials and Gen Zs. Gender, both men and women. Women tend to be more organized, so that one may be catered in terms of a gender thing. So again, with the creatives, I'm thinking, okay, it might be good to have men and women in there, but in particular maybe women. But I'm also thinking they all also have different travel items. that are gender specific. So I'm gonna be thinking about that and how I want to show that in the creatives. Income level, we got middle to upper middle class. Location, often urban dwellers, people who travel and fly frequently. Okay, so that's kind of obvious. Purchasing decisions. So these are some trigger words that I'll really want to capture. So we got convenience. So consumers prefer products that make packing and unpacking easier. Quality, high quality materials, and durable. So we got durability, ease of packing. So think about that. Price, competitive pricing is essential. Yeah, so like every other product there. Views and ratings. Yeah, higher social proof. Brand reputation. Consumers choose well-known brands for trust and reliability. Okay, so some pain points is organization. So I want to address these pain points. So we got difficulty finding items in a suitcase, need for efficient packing solutions, space utilization, limited space in luggage, and the need to maximize it. Wrinkling, concerns about clothes getting wrinkled. So that was something that I never really thought of. Making sure I address or talk about wrinkling. Accessibility, want easy access to items without unpacking the entire suitcase. Makes perfect sense for what this product actually is. So addressing these pain points would be key, but I'm going to keep these in mind as I kind of read through the avatar section. So buying patterns, travel-related items may be bought impulsively. Seasonal trends, during holiday seasons, summer vacations. Okay, bundling can be purchased alongside other luggages, packing cubes, travel organizers, online shopping. Yep, and then feedback. So don't need to read too much in that section. Emerging trends. Okay, so we got increased travel demand with travel bouncing back post-pandemic. Surge of demand. Yep, makes sense. Consumers are looking for ease and efficiency while traveling, favoring products that simplify packing and organization. So again, the same trends: packing, organization, accessibility, compact design, lightweight, multifunctional. So these are all trigger words that I kind of want to address in the copy and the creatives. Consumer preferences, we got personalization, ease of use, and value for money. So customability, ease of use, so easy to pack, access, and hang, and value. So it should be robust, durable, and to justify the price. We have smart materials. So we got water resistant, organizer for additional features, built-in RFID protection. Yeah, okay, so that looks good. Environmental. So we have eco-friendly, minimalist packaging. Okay, and then future predictions, increased demand for versatile products, growth of subscription models, so on. So yeah, so that's none of that stuff is too important for this section. And then now we're going to take a look at the competitive landscape, see if there's any. So a lot of these. Okay, so I'll just keep an eye on some of these, see if they're even competing. But yeah, there's not too much to grab in this area. A lot of this stuff we already have kind of talked about earlier in this AI section. So next, we're going to jump into customers. So customers is probably my favorite one because it really paints the picture of who I'm trying to sell to. So we got 3 different buyer personas, and we'll see how many of them range. So when we think about this, we have to think about, again, trigger keywords, the demographic, who we're showing in our lifestyle pictures, and so on. So buyer persona here, we got the frequent business traveler. So we got them aged around 30 to 50, male and female, makes roughly around 70 to 120,000. Business professionals, executives. So then if this is the main buyer persona and you've identified this, having somebody that fits this persona in the imagery is perfect, because if they see themselves using the hanging travel organizer for business, because they have to travel a lot, and you show how easy it is to travel with everything they would need typically for travel, that's going to be an easy win to convert them. So we'll read a little bit more about this buyer persona. So shopping behaviors, online shopping, This is what they value the most: compact design, organizational compartments, and durability. So these are the trigger keywords, or the items or the details that we have to talk about in order to get them to purchase. Common pain points: limited space in hotel rooms, packing and unpacking time. So that time is huge here, and then space. Reasons for purchasing: streamline their travel routine and maintain professionalism. Convenience, efficiency. Okay, so yeah, nothing too much here. Let's jump to the next one. The family vacation planner. Okay, so we had business travel, now we have family vacation. So we got 25 to 40, mostly females. Income level is a bit lower. Occupation: stay-at-home parents, educators, nurses, suburban. Reviews products based on family needs and budgets. Family size, capacity, ease of use, safety features. Managing packing for multiple family members, finding space in luggage. So finding the space is what's important here. Everyone's belonging in one place to make family travel easier and less stressful. The desire for hassle-free vacation. So this is the dream right here. Being able to paint this picture is what you need to do. Because the whole point of going on vacation creates a hassle-free vacation, creates positive family memories, and if you can achieve that by having a product where it's one less thing to stress about, then that's going to be a huge win for this buyer persona. Okay, so they look at blogs, referrals, yeah, so nothing else that's not so obvious there. Okay, and then we have the frequent backpacker. So lower in age, so 18 to 30, male and female, lower income, college students, part-time workers, looking for affordability, travel gear, lightweight design, portability, storage capabilities, limited budget, durable products, challenges to keeping travel items organized on the go, to efficiently pack for spontaneous trips, enhance travel experiences, and maintain a presentable appearance. Thrill for travel, desire for freedom and adventure, and need for practical solutions. Okay, social media, yeah, so it kind of fits the target. So we have three very distinct targets here. We got the business traveler, the family traveler, and then the sporadic traveler. So those are three very different demographics. So we have to really try to figure out who are we truly selling to. We may not be selling to all three. These are just the three types that we could be selling to. My hunch kind of goes to the frequent business traveler, and maybe the family vacation traveler. I wouldn't put the backpacker in this one, but we'll see if we can figure out some more information there. This next section is the emotional triggers. So this section is pretty good in terms of understanding what we need to say in order to convert the customer. So we have convenience, peace of mind, control, comfort, satisfaction, excitement. So within each of these, we have to explain to the customer why it creates convenience, because that's what these emotional triggers, these buyer personas want to hear. So you want to tell them, it's going to create convenience. It's going to create peace of mind. So right here, this one would put a lot more emphasis on the family vacationer. Convenience, that would be the business traveler. Control, that would be the family vacationer. So you can see how many of these emotional triggers, they do and will match up with the buyer personas up above here. So it's just key to really go through this, especially after you write your copy, to go back and check to see if you're missing any of these big emotional triggers. You don't have to capture them all. You just got to capture the one that best suits and fits your buyer persona. Okay, and then last but not least, we have the product. Generally, the product's already built, so there's not much we can do here. However, this is more about understanding what our value proposition is, how do people use these in general. This one's going to be pretty obvious just because it's a hanging suitcase organizer. It's used for travel and to keep things tidy, storing your clothes, your shoes, accessories, etc. So things that I get from here: smart organization, can store clothes, shoes, and accessories. So really showing that in the imagery is probably important. Easy access, so being able to show that everything's easy to see and within reach. I don't know how important this versatile use would be, because this product is specific to travel. Yes, you could probably use that at home for a closet organizer. I bet most people are not. That would be my hunch there. Travel friendly, has to be lightweight and compact design. So really showing that that can happen is key. So here's an example of how to use and communicate with customers. You can say something like simplify your travels. So here you can see it's very benefit rich. We're not really talking about what it can offer, but what's the end result. So with the hanging suitcase organizer, you can pack efficiently, making your trip hassle-free. You'll notice these were emotional triggers that we kind of talked about earlier. Say goodbye to messy suitcases and hello to a well-organized and travel experience. This is painting a picture for the customer of what their dream is when they purchase your product. And then just kind of reading through here. Yeah, nothing too different from what we've learned earlier. Differentiation strategies. So this is generally when you're trying to identify unique angles and in a more competitive market. So let's see, we have expandable compartments, built-in charging ports. So these are kind of things that if you do have these offerings in your product, you do want to mention them, because that could be important to many of these types of customer avatars. So we got eco-friendly packaging, travel theme design, compelling brand story, got testimonies. Yeah, so there's nothing too different from what we already know, so I'm just going to skip that. And last but not least, we have an FAQ. So the FAQ is broken out into a couple sections. We got product features, we got product usage, and then maintenance and troubleshooting. So typically what I like to do is I like to write all my copy, and then after I finish my copy, I start to ask myself these questions and whether I answered them in my copy or creative. So what material is the suitcase organizer made from? Did I make a mention of that? Did I say that in the bullet points at some point in time? How many compartments does the organizer have? Did I show that in my creatives? Is the organizer waterproof? You also have to ask yourself, is this a very important question that the buyer persona would want to know? So you could test it out, but the idea is generally to go through all of these questions and make sure you're answering them. Sometimes there could be a question in here that's so obvious, but you didn't communicate it in the actual copy itself. So that's generally the gist of the AI market research. In the next video, we're going to go through some keyword research and understanding where they are in terms of SEO.